Hello, Northwest Georgia, and welcome to your weather on North Georgia Television. It was a beautiful weekend. Hope you had a chance to get out and enjoy the beautiful weather. Mostly sunny skies today with highs near 86 and south-southeast winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The winds die down to 5 to 10 tonight with temperatures down around 59 and a few lingering clouds. And around the region, Calhoun at 60 this morning, midday 65 and 70 for your mid-afternoon high. And Chatsworth 61 this morning, warming up to 66 by noon and then a high of 71. And Chickamauga 60 this morning, expect 65 at noon and then 69 for your afternoon high. Cohutta 60 this morning, around 7 a.m. Temps rise to 66 by noon and then up to 71 this afternoon. And Dalton 61 this morning, 65 around midday and then up to 70. Fairmount at 61, 65 expected by midday and then up to 71. Fort Oglethorpe, 56 early this morning. Expect a noon temperature of 63 and then up to 68 this afternoon. And Lafayette, 61, 65 at midday and then on up to 71. Ringgold, 60 this morning, 66 expected at midday and then up to 70. And here's your 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, expect a partly cloudy day, winds south-southeast at 5 to 10, highs in the upper 80s. Increasing clouds overnight with lows in the mid-60s. Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms in the morning, highs in the mid-80s and then lows in the mid-60s and mostly cloudy skies overnight. On Thursday, thunderstorms in the morning, cloudy skies in the afternoon, highs in the mid-80s and lows overnight in the 60s once again. On Thursday, thunderstorms in the morning again, cloudy skies, mid-80s and low 60s. Friday, variable clouds with a few scattered thunderstorms, highs near 80, lows overnight near 60. Winds light and variable. On Saturday, highs in the upper 70s with early showers and more scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. Cloudy Saturday night with lows in the upper 50s. More showers and thunderstorms expected Sunday, highs near 80, lows near 60. And next Monday, partly cloudy, highs near 85, lows near 60, and a few clouds overnight. That's your weather. Whatever the weather, North Georgia Television hopes you have a blessed and beautiful day. And here are the area obituaries. Charles S. Kinsey, Senior, age 88. Chuck Kimsey of Dalton passed away Tuesday, April 23rd. A memorial service will be held 1 p.m. Monday in the chapel of First Baptist Church of Dalton, with Reverend Philip Cannon officiating. The family will receive friends Monday from 11:30 a.m. until the time of service in the church atrium. Burial will be in the Chattanooga National Cemetery with military honors. Charles Bruce, age 95. C.W. Bruce of Dalton passed away at home Wednesday, April 24th. He was a World War II veteran and a Purple Heart recipient, among other medals, and will be given full military honors. To celebrate his life, the family had visitation on Sunday, April 28th at Dalton Funeral Home. A graveside service followed at Center Valley Cemetery in Chatsworth with Pastor Marty Green officiating. Mary Nell Davis Fitzgerald, age 60. Mary Fitzgerald of Fort Oglethorpe passed away Friday, April 26th at her home surrounded by her family. Funeral services will be held at 12 noon Monday, April 29th in Fort Oglethorpe Chapel with Pastor Vince Still officiating. Burial will follow in the Lakewood South Memory Gardens. The family will receive friends prior to the service Monday at the funeral home. Raymond Michael Wallace, age 64. Mike Wallace of Rock Spring passed away Friday, April 26th. Mike was born September 6, 1954 in Chattanooga to the late Raymond and Mary Ruth Wallace. Funeral services will be 1:30 p.m. Monday in the Chapel of Heritage Funeral Home, Battlefield Parkway. Interment in Lakewood Memory Gardens East. Mr. Robert Tucker Boyett, age 84. Robert Boyett passed away at his home on April 26th. Funeral services will be Monday at 4 p.m. in the Chapel of Love Funeral Home with Reverend Tommy Deal officiating. Burial will be in Whitfield Memorial Gardens. The family will receive friends at the funeral home on Monday from 2 p.m. until the service at 4 p.m. Phyllis Childers McDaniel, age 59. Phyllis McDaniel of Ranger died Saturday, April 27th at Gordon Hospital. The family will receive friends at Max Brannon and Sons Funeral Home Monday, April 29th from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. The funeral service will be held at the funeral home on Tuesday, 3 p.m. with Reverend Eddie Brannon officiating. Burial will follow in Pleasant Hill Baptist Church Cemetery. Bobby L. Rittenhouse, age 82. Bobby Rittenhouse of Dalton passed away Sunday, April 28th. The funeral service to honor his life will be held Tuesday, April 30th at 11 a.m. at the Pleasant Grove Chapel of Julian Peoples Funeral Home, with Chris Byers and Alan Byers officiating. Burial will be in West Hill Cemetery, and the family will receive friends at the funeral home Monday from 5 until 9 p.m. Polly Stewart Dean, age 88. Polly Dean of Calhoun passed away Saturday, April 27th in Gordon Hospital. Funeral services will be conducted Tuesday, April 30th at 3 p.m. from the Chapel of Thomas Funeral Home with Chaplain John Jill and Jamie Dean officiating. Burial will follow in Blackwood Springs Baptist Cemetery. The family will receive friends Tuesday from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. prior to the funeral. Dennis Ralph Croft, age 60. Dennis Croft of Chattanooga passed away Sunday, April 28th at his residence, surrounded by his family. Funeral services will be 1 p.m. Tuesday in the Chapel of Heritage Funeral Home, Battlefield Parkway, with Brother James Trotter officiating. Interment will be in Lakewood Memory Gardens South, and the family will receive friends from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Tuesday at the funeral home. Mrs. Stacy Latrice Hayes Thomas, age 37. Stacy Thomas of Chattanooga passed away Wednesday, April 24th. Funeral service will be held Friday, May 3rd at 1 p.m. from New Mount Carmel Baptist Church in Chattanooga, with Pastor Walter Lindsay as eulogist. The family will receive friends at the church 1 hour before the service. Interment to follow at Beautiful Greenwood Cemetery. Arrangements by Willis Funeral Home of Dalton.
morning and welcome Northwest Georgia. We are your news television covering Catoosa, Gordon, Murray, Walker, and Whitfield counties. In the news today, legislation to benefit rural Georgia hospitals, bipartisan congressional delegation goes to Iraq, Gordon County road closure, DPD seeks to find owners of shoplifted merchandise, and Whitfield 4-H invites 4 6th graders to camp in June at Rock Eagle.
Also coming up, Department of Driver Service reminds students to request school enrollment reform from the summer driver testing, Whitfield County Employee of the Month as well as other upcoming events.
Let's hop right into it. U.S. Senators Johnny Isakson and David Perdue applauded a move by the Trump administration to help ensure that rural hospitals are fairly reimbursed for their services under the Medicare program after the senators joined colleagues in urging the administration to make this critical change. The administration issued a proposed rule this week that would provide higher payments to hospitals in lower-income rural areas, helping to keep these hospitals open for patients and their communities. In March, Isakson and Perdue sent a letter to Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services Administrator Seema Verma requesting the agency update Medicare payment policies and increase the disproportionality low Medicare reimbursement payments to hospitals in undeserved and economically struggling regions. Isakson previously introduced the Fair Medicare Hospital Payments Act in the 114th and 115th sessions of Congress to correct the flawed reimbursement formula. The editorial board of the Columbus Leader-Inquirer weighed in to support a change to the rule in 2016, citing hospital administrators and Tift Regional Health System and Phoebe Punti Health System based in Albany, where healthcare systems that serve as safety nets have frequently become the strain when other areas and hospitals close. The board wrote, "One sure way to make a rural health crisis self-perpetuating is a built-in reason for medical professionals not to go where they're needed most." Under the new proposal, the wage index of low-wage index hospitals would be increased after changes to the rural payment calculation. Hospitals with a wage index below the 25th percentile would see an increase in reimbursement rates. The new rule is scheduled to be implemented in 6 months. Since 2010, 7 Georgia hospitals have closed that would have benefited from this rule change in Isakson's legislation. In addition to Isakson and Perdue, the March 2019 letter was sent by Senate Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Chairman Lamar Alexander, Republican of Tennessee, and Senators Marsha Blackburn, Republican of Tennessee, Doug Jones, Democrat of Alabama, and Richard Shelby, Republican of Alabama. You know, this is actually very beneficial as well, so I'm actually looking forward to see how this bill goes.
Yes, that's great news. Next up, we have Senator Johnny Isakson joined a bipartisan congressional delegation this week on an official trip to Baghdad, Tahi, Erbil, and Iraq, where he met with the senior State Department officials and U.S. military commanders to receive updates about operations in the region. Combat veteran and U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth, Democrat of Illinois, led Isakson and U.S. Senator Angus King, Independent Maine, on their official trip to the Middle East. The trip was Duckworth's first time returning to the country, where she was shot down in 2004 while flying a Black Hawk helicopter during Operation Iraqi Freedom. The bipartisan congressional delegation spent 3 days meeting with top Iraqi leaders, American diplomats and military commanders, as well as service members in the region to gain a better understanding of operational and strategic impacts of U.S. policy and national defense strategy. Isakson and the delegation also met with Kurdish leaders to reiterate the importance of our nation's alliance with our Kurdish partners who fought alongside American forces against the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. On Tuesday, April 23rd, Isakson and the delegation were flown in military transport aircraft that was piloted Air Force Captain David Zatili from Fayette County, Georgia, a 2007 Air Force Academy appointee who was nominated by Isakson. On Wednesday, April 24th, Isakson had lunch with U.S. service members from Georgia at the Baghdad Embassy, where he met Army Captain Donnie Bearley from Alpharetta, Georgia, a U.S. Army captain who attended Isakson's Service Academy Day in 2007. Isakson returned from Iraq on Friday, April 26th.
Next up, Gordon County Road closed. Gordon County has temporarily closed a portion of Mount Olive Church Road between the lakes at 1600 block while the county waits on the results of a pending safety inspection. We apologize for the inconvenience.
After that, we have the Dalton Police Department arrested 4 people involved in a shoplifting incident at a Dalton department store on Tuesday, and investigators believe that the group has also stolen from other businesses. Investigators are working to determine what other businesses may have been robbed by the group, which was traveling from Nashville, Tennessee. Dalton officers were dispatched to a report of a shoplifting in progress at the Kohl's department store on Sugar Road on Tuesday afternoon at approximately 3:45. Dalton officers arrived at the store and were able to stop the suspect's car, a black Dodge Challenger with its license plate covered, as it was leaving on Sugar Road. Officers found that the four had more than $1,600 worth of merchandise from Kohl's. They were also found to be in possession of marijuana and other drugs. When investigators searched the vehicle, they also found trash bags full of new clothing, apparently stolen from other businesses. The clothing items had price tags and security tags still attached. Also in the vehicle were several identification cards in the names of other people, which Dalton investigators believe may have been used for the suspects to return items to business fraudulently in exchange for cash. Investigators are working with loss prevention associates at the area stores to determine where some of the other stolen clothing may have originated. If any business believer their stores may have been robbed by the four suspects, they're asked to call Detective Brian Shirley at 706-278-9085. And we thank you for tuning in here with us today, guys. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
With VidLink, we're taking TV, streaming, and video to the next level with one simple app.
Having all the channels in HD is a huge plus. The quality of the picture on each channel is untouched by anything on the market right now. I would highly recommend VidLink to all my friends.
One thing I love about VidLink is the restart feature. If I turn on the TV and it's 10 minutes into a show, I just hit that restart button and I get to watch the whole thing.
Contact us today to learn how you can get linked.
Hi, I'm Judy Elliott, inviting you to join me on Lifestyles for Women show on WDNN TV. This year brings exciting new topics that women like to discuss or just know more about. Subjects like ways to look and feel your very best, travel, family, health, and sometimes just fun girl talk. It's always exciting, and we invite your suggestions. Just message me on Facebook at Lifestyles for Women, or for more information or to watch us online, visit WDNNTV.com, Lifestyles for Women.
While the word cancer can strike fear at the deepest level of our souls, in the case of skin cancer, the prognosis is very good. Basal cell and squamous cell carcinomas are the most common and are not normally included in cancer statistics.
Our office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of skin cancer.
If you're concerned about a mole or freckle that may be changing, give us a call. Most treatments can be performed in our office in about 15 minutes with very little discomfort.
I am Ron McKinney, pastor of Kinsey Drive Baptist Church in Dalton, Georgia. KDBC has been the birthplace of several Christian organizations. It was the birthplace of Christian Heritage School 30 years ago, and through the Academy of Fine Arts, L'Abri Symphonic Orchestra was founded by KDBC members Gene and Betty Lindauer. The ministry of KDBC reaches around the world with the missions of To Every Tribe ministry, and I was a founding member of North Georgia Fellowship of Christian Athletes in 1992. Majesty is the longest running television program on North Georgia television. For 28 years, we have faithfully proclaimed the doctrines of grace. Kinsey Drive Baptist Church welcomes you to visit at 2626 Kinsey Drive on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Our website is kinseydrivebaptistchurch.com. To God be all the glory.
Precision Chemical and Paper Supply is locally owned and operated by Damon Duckett, serving our community for 40-plus years. We can supply all your away-from-home needs. Business-to-business products include janitorial, food and beverage, facilities and ground, office products, and packaging. Located at 101 Bryant Avenue in Dalton. Give Precision Chemical and Paper Supply a call today at 706-226-8795 or visit them on their website at precisionchemicalandpaper.com.
Welcome back, Northwest Georgia. Let's jump right in. Whitfield County 4-H invites students from 4th through 6th grade to catch their Camp Fever June 17th through the 21st and spend a fun-filled week at Georgia's largest 4-H camp at Rock Eagle 4-H Center. Environmental adventures and opportunities to make new friends await. Swimming, water sliding, putt-putt, golfing, hiking, camp songs, tribal shield competitions, canoeing, crafts, and tribal games make for a fun-filled week from beginning to end. The fun times at 4-H camp are unlimited, but spaces are limited. Camp scholarships are made possible by the United Way of Northwest Georgia and a grant from the Community Foundation of Northwest Georgia. Contact the Whitfield County 4-H office today to register for a summer program that is unparalleled in the nation. Call 706-278-8207 and sign up your student for one of the most memorable weeks of their life.
That sounds great. Next up, as summer rapidly approaches, the Department of Driver Service reminds students needing to test for an instructional permit or driver's license over the long vacation to be sure to obtain a DDS certificate of enrollment form from their school administration before school ends and the summer break begins. Students planning an on-the-road test will also need to obtain a Georgia Alcohol Drug Awareness Program certificate of completion. DDS certificate of enrollment forms must be signed and notarized from the student's school and presented at the time of applying for a permit or Class D driver's license. Typically, the form is valid for 1 month. However, the certificate of enrollment forms issued in May 2019 will be accepted until September 30th, 2019. All applicants under the age of 18 not enrolled in school must provide a GED diploma, high school diploma, or an annual declaration of intent from the student's local Board of Education if enrolled in an approved homeschool program. In addition to a certificate of enrollment form, successful completion of the Alcohol and Drug Awareness Program, the ADAP, is required in order to reschedule a road test. ADAP is typically taught in both public and private schools as part of the 9th grade health course, where it is available online at the DDS website.
DDS Commissioner Spencer R. Moore encourages teens to download the free mobile app DDS to Go as they prepare for their first license. According to Moore, it is important that teen drivers utilize DDS to Go as they work toward becoming a safe driver. He said that they will find all the licensing requirements and study materials on the app. After they are licensed, DDS to Go allows them to monitor their license status, keep their address current, and get customer alerts from DDS. New Homeland Security documentation requirements apply to those applying for their first Georgia driver's license, permit, or ID card. Our teen customers can expect to present documentation to establish identity, a name change, citizenship or lawful status in the United States, a social security number, and 2 documents to prove their residential address. It is recommended that students download the mobile app DDS to Go to review all the required documentation prior to coming to DDS. For residency, most students may present a letter from their school plus a parent's driver's license ID, which has the same address. Please create and print a custom document checklist listing the exact documentation to bring on your visit to one of their customer service centers. By visiting the DDS website, ddsgeorgia.gov, a new feature allows road test appointments to be scheduled without a telephone call to DDS using their online service feature on their website. All customers are urged to download the DDS to Go mobile app for free access to licensing services 24/7.
And that's actually really great. And make sure if you've got anyone in the house that's about to take this test that they're studying up for it. Next up, when you work for the tax assessor's office, you're not always going to be the most popular kid on the block. But Jonathan Hayes is doing his part to project a positive image for this Whitfield County Department. In fact, that positive attitude has earned Hayes the honor of being chosen Whitfield County Employee of the Month. Hayes is proud of his real estate property appraiser, 3 license, but he gets his most pride helping people, like helping the lady who just lost her husband and doesn't understand all the things she needs to do to settle her husband's estate, or the gentleman who has an issue with his roof and Jonathan drops everything to look at it and gets to hear about the man's life journey. Hayes also stays busy in the community, helping in numerous ways. Recently, he led the charge in the tax assessor's office for education, teaching the staff about the new sketching software and beginning Spanish. He also helped the voter registrar's office during several elections, managing the vote of the Carbondale, Tilton, and City Hall precincts. He also volunteers to coach county sports teams throughout the year and enjoys representing the tax assessor's office on career day when employees visit various schools in the county. He has been instrumental in training the Gordon County Assessor's Office staff concerning the mapping process and general fieldwork procedures. Most importantly, Hayes listens and cares about what everyone says. In this line of business, mostly the vibe is negative. No matter who you are, Jonathan consistently treats people the way he'd like to be treated. Coworkers say Hayes is a tremendous asset for the department and that he is a fun coworker to be around. He always has a positive attitude and gets along with absolutely everyone.
Let's jump into upcoming events around the region. AAA American Red Cross blood drives. Donors of all blood types are urged to give now to help meet the needs of trauma patients and other serious medical conditions. Make an appointment to donate blood by downloading the free Red Cross Blood Donor app or by visiting redcrossblood.org or by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. In thanks, all those who come to donate blood, platelets, or plasma with the Red Cross now through June 10th of 2019 will receive a $5 Amazon.com gift card in the mail. Upcoming donation sites and times are today at 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. at First United Methodist Church in Calhoun, and Monday, May 13th from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Newton Baptist Church, and in Cohutta, May 5th from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. in Barnell United Methodist Church.
After that, we have the Southern Lit Book Club meets at Caffeine Addicts in Ringgold last Tuesday each month at 6 p.m. For more information on that, call Donna Greason at 706-935-2810. After that, Georgia Legal Services Program is hosting a free legal advice clinic on Monday, May 6, 2019 at Matt Gaston Community Center from 8:30 to 12 p.m. This event allows people to come and speak with a local attorney about any civil legal questions or issues they have. Local attorneys are volunteering their time at this event is free to clients. If you have any questions or would like additional information about Georgia Legal Services Program, please feel free to call 706-272-2258.
Next up, the Alzheimer's Association workshop, Living with Dementia series for caregivers dealing with people living with middle or late stage dementia, will be held April 30th as well as May 7th, 14th, and 21st. The event is free, lunch is provided. To register, call 1-800-278-3900 or visit alts.org/Georgia. Then we have old-fashioned fun in the store for visitors to the annual Peach State Antique Tractor and Engine Club show at the Prater's Mill Historic Site on Saturday, May 4th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can get a look at antique tractors and farm practices of yesterday. There will be hay rides, the parade and power, special music, and plenty of good food. The event is free. More information can be found at peachstatetractor.com. Then register for the Boys and Girls Club's Benefit Golf Tournament Friday, May 3rd at Indian Trace Golf Course in Chatsworth with a 12:30 p.m. tee-off time. I'm Aaron Scott. I thank you for tuning in here at Northwest Georgia Television News. And remember, above all, stay classy.